What made you resort to secretly dosing your horrible roommate? My apartment always smelled like rotting takeout since my roommate Callie never picked up her trash. She let her crusted plates stack in the sink until flies swarmed and left her makeup wipes smeared across the bathroom counter like crime scenes. She slept till noon and shrieked if I dared to vacuum. The one time I asked her to take out the trash, she looked me dead in the eyes and said, "Aren't you the live-in maid?" I tried taping chore lists to the fridge. She defaced them with stick figures of me hunched over garbage. When I called her out for leaving a carton of spoiled milk leaking on the top shelf, she flicked her acrylic nails at me and said, "Trash recognizes trash, explains why you're always noticing it." From then on, she called me the help around her friends. A joke she stretched until it snapped something in me, and I refused to let it slide. I stopped complaining after that and started planning something permanent. The thing about Callie was that she worshipped detox teas, low FODMAP meal kits, mushroom coffee blends with names like Clarity. Every morning, she mixed collagen into her oats and lectured strangers about healthy living, while living in a room that smelled like a sewer. I watched her routines with a patient eye and saw how careless she was about leaving things open. So one day I got a pulled batch of supplement powder that had tested positive for parasite ova from the microbiology department. One dose wasn't dangerous. Small amounts over time, however, was. I started slow and put a pinch in her morning oats. Soon she started bloating while losing weight, but blamed it on her period. Since she already saw me as the help, she'd demand I make her a cup of ginger tea to help with the bloating, and I handed it over with a smile. Then, she began experiencing nightly cramps that woke her from her beauty sleep. That's when she began swapping probiotics, tried candida cleanses, booked appointments with 2 holistic doctors and a chiropractor who told her to cut out nightshades. But her condition only worsened because I kept the doses steady, slipping it into every new food or supplement she tried. Her skin started breaking out in angry red patches, her hair thinned, and she'd wear large clothing to hide her stomach. Soon she stopped going out, stopped posting, and she'd sob in the shower when she thought I was asleep. One day she even begged me to switch rooms because my energy was toxic. I told her maybe she'd feel better if she just cleaned. Desperate, she called her mom for help, but instead of flying in, she sent more supplements. Callie got thinner but stayed bloated, her skin turned waxy, and she couldn't go a day without retching multiple times a day. Seeing her like this was all I needed, and I decided to move out. I packed everything, and just as I was about to leave, she staggered out of her room and collapsed on the hallway floor. She tried to crawl to the bathroom but slipped in a puddle of her own mess. She looked up at me with a face that barely looked human anymore, lips trembling, and whispered, "I think I'm dying." I said, "You're gonna clean that up, right?"